Hello everyone, this is Benjamin Beers, and today I'm going to discuss to everyone about my own NFL mock draft. Lately, I've been keeping up with the latest mock draft, and I have to say there's only a little I feel okay about, and most of them are very stupid and idiotic. So what I did is I created my very own NFL mock draft, and I'm going to show everyone on YouTube it. So what I did is I switched the players around and make it seem like it's more accurate, and that's basically why I made my own mock draft. In other words, this is my opinion on whom I think which team should draft who. In other words, which player is best suitable for which team. I have a very smart and strong opinion on this. And remember in the end to let me know in the comment section about your thoughts on my custom mock draft, okay? So let's get started. With the first pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Myles Garrett, defensive end out of Texas A&M. He's the best player in the draft and there's no debate over it, so don't overthink this, Browns. With the second pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Mitch Trubisky, quarterback out of North Carolina. Kyle Shanahan might not love any of the quarterbacks in this class. That would be understandable. But the 49ers fans desperately need something to be excited about, and while Trubisky might not have the highest ceiling of the quarterbacks in this class, he has a high one and boasts the highest floor in my estimation. With the third pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Jonathan Allen, a 4-3 defensive tackle or 3-4 defensive end out of Alabama. The Bears need to get better almost everywhere. They could trade down and look for a quarterback. We'll see what happens with Jay Cutler. But Allen at number 3 would make a lot of sense even if the defensive tackle doesn't represent a position of dire need. With the fourth pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Jamal Adams, safety out of LSU. This will be a safety, and I think it will be either Jamal Adams or Malik Hooker. But I don't think it's much of a debate that you pick Adams. But surely that would be discussed for many weeks to come. With the fifth pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans via the Los Angeles Rams select Marshawn Lattimore, quarterback out of Ohio State. I think Jalen Tabor is the best corner in this draft, but teams aren't going to be high on his attitude, and he will likely fall into the late first round or perhaps even second round. Meanwhile, Lattimore checks all the boxes for NFL GMs, and for a team that's desperately need to land a number 1 CB and top wide receiver in this draft, getting a high ceiling, reliable option with this pick makes sense. With the sixth pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Deshaun Watson, quarterback out of Clemson. Watson isn't even the second best quarterback in this class in my opinion, but he's extremely high character and teams will overlook some significant faults because of his intangibles. The Jets are a mess, and Watson will be viewed as the man who can right the entire organization. If they get the best vision of number 4, he might just do that. But if those flaws become even more apparent at the next level, this will be another Jets bust. With the 7th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers, aka my favorite football team, select Malik Hooker, safety out of Ohio State. Behold the steal of the draft, especially if you're a Charger fan like me. The Chargers need offensive linemen, but this is not the class for that. They could trade down, but that's not sexy. Hooker is a safe pick at a position of need. But don't count on LA picking wide receiver Mike Williams to help sell some tickets in a new market. With the 8th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Dalvin Cook, running back out of Florida State. Yes, Leonard Fournette is still on the board, but Cook fits the Panthers' offense better. The Panthers, like the Chargers, should probably go with an offensive lineman. They could get a defensive end too, and they'll probably be looking to trade down. This is a bit high for Cook, but that's the man for them in this spot. With the 9th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Taco Charlton, defensive end out of Michigan. The Bengals can't give Michael Johnson 800 snaps in 2017 and expect to contend for the postseason. Plain and simple, Charlton is moving up draft boards and is expected to stay high up on them, as his late season push at Michigan turns heads and his sights will have 4-3 teams projecting Pro Bowls. With the 10th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Ryan Ramczyk, offensive tackle out of Wisconsin. A huge trade up or trade down possibly here. The Bills will probably fall in love with Watson. He's going to be the magic potion quarterback in this class for teams that don't have a strong football ops department, meaning a trade up to ensure they land him. They might also need to trade up for a safety. The top 2 are off the board by number 10. I don't see Kaiser here. He's projectable, but they'll probably see too much of Cardell Jones in him to pick the Notre Dame quarterback at number 10. They might as well build the foundation of a strong team with the best offensive linemen in the draft. With the 11th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Reuben Foster, linebacker out of Alabama. Foster is getting dinged a bit in pre-draft conversations. Is he a true middle linebacker? And he's probably not going to be able to change anyone's mind, as he'll miss the combine after shoulder surgery. But the Saints need a defensive playmaker, and Foster makes plays. With the 12th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns via the Philadelphia Eagles select Quincy Wilson, quarterback out of Florida. 2 Cleveland picks, 2 defenders. Maybe that's not where the safe money lies in predicting the Browns' plans, but how badly could the league's 31st ranked defense use a potential perennial All-Pro in Garrett and a true lockdown corner type like Wilson? The Florida defensive back is a big, strong, and won't shy away from the league's best receivers. With the 13th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select DeShone Kizer, quarterback out of Notre Dame. It almost makes too much sense for the Cardinals to take a quarterback, so I'm a little hesitant to keep giving them one. Carson Palmer plans to be back in 2017, and Arizona expects to bounce back into contention, so a round 1 draft and develop quarterback could be a reach. On the other hand, they have to plan for the future and possibly the present, depending on how Palmer plays at the position. Either Kizer or Texas Tech's Patrick Mahomes would pair well with Bruce Arians. With the 14th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles via the Minnesota Vikings select Mike Williams, wide receiver out of Clemson. The Eagles need a cornerback and they need wide receivers. This is the best wide receiver in the class. They can snag a strong cornerback later. With the 15th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Solomon Thomas, defensive lineman out of Stanford. The best player on the board by far goes to a team that could use all the help it can get. Thomas, who is absurdly polished and could go in the top 5, is going to immediately provide that help. With the 16th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Leonard Fournette, running back out of LSU. It is hard to imagine a better scenario for a Ravens franchise than to struggle without a feature back. First Jamal Lewis and then Ray Rice. Due to his nagging injuries, people forget what a special talent this Bio Bengal is. Fournette can and should remind fans of Adrian Peterson, and he is more than capable of having an Ezekiel Elliott-esque rookie impact. Remember, this is a prospect who, as a sophomore, had 5 games who carried the ball 20 or more times and averaged more than 7 yards per carry, with 4 of those games being against Power 5 programs. The last 2 seasons, the Ravens have finished 21st and 24th in rushing yards per carry, and the franchise seems to lack a playoff recipe with the running game in such a dire condition. There is little to think about should the LSU prospect and way too early offensive rookie of the year frontrunner be available at pick 16. Should he fall this far, Sidney Jones, Cam Robinson would otherwise merit consideration here, but Fournette is too good to pass up. He is a rare talent. With the 17th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins select John Ross, wide receiver out of Washington. You're going to need a speedy replacement for Deshaun Jackson if he leaves. And I think he leaves. With the 18th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Corey Davis, wide receiver out of Western Michigan. The second best wide receiver in this class, per my rankings, is a bit of a divisive prospect. He might be a true number 1 like Terrell Owens or a great complement wideout. The Titans, who have no good wide receivers, should be thrilled with either option. With the 19th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Derek Barnett, defensive end out of Tennessee. Barnett doesn't have the same elite athletic ability as some of the defensive ends and pass rushers in the class, but he'll fit in well in Tampa Bay's defense, and his production at UT cannot be overlooked. With the 20th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Cam Robinson, offensive tackle out of Alabama. Robinson has the ability to be a franchise-level left tackle, and he's not going to look out of place starting week 1. That's exactly what the Broncos need. With the 21st pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Marlon Humphrey, cornerback out of Alabama. He was susceptible to big plays this season, but he has to build athleticism and toughness to be a factor anywhere in the defensive secondary. The Lions need help almost everywhere on defense, so even if he has to convert to safety, he'll be a solid pick. With the 22nd pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select O.J. Howard, tight end out of Alabama. The best tight end in a really good tight end draft could get the Dolphins over the hump. Ignore the fact that their defense needs help in a lot of places. They'll get to that later. With the 23rd pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select David Njoku, tight end out of Miami. The Giants resign Will Tye, but they need a game changer at the tight end position. With the 2 best 4-3 defensive ends off the board, Njoku, who is a matchup nightmare over the middle and especially out wide, makes plenty of sense. He can possibly be the next Vernon Davis. With the 24th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select Malik McDowell, defensive tackle out of Michigan State. The Raiders still love to take the best athlete available, right? Well, McDowell, who looks like he could play power forward in the NBA, fits the bill and will help solidify the Raiders' porous defensive front. With the 25th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Garrett Bowles, offensive tackle out of Utah. The Texans desperately need to upgrade their offensive line, and Bowles, who has seen his once non-existent stock shoot up this offseason, is the best bet to slide in a right tackle in 2017. With the 26th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select
Brett Lamb,
a guard tackle out of Western Kentucky. Can play inside or outside and is exactly what the Seahawks look for in an offensive lineman. Check out his game against Alabama. He won more than his fair share of battles against some of the best pass rushers in the college game. With the 27th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Jalen Tabor, cornerback out of Florida. My top-ranked corner in this draft won't have to be the number one for Kansas City. That will give him license to do what he does best, make plays. With the 28th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Charles Harris, defensive end out of Missouri. The Cowboys desperately need to improve their pass rush, and Harris is the next best 4-3 defensive end available in the first round. With the 29th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select DeCaris McKinley, an edge rusher out of UCLA. The Packers stand to lose a ton of pass rushing ability in the offseason. McKinley isn't a ready-made product, but he does have a high ceiling and would fit the Packers' defensive scheme. Think Denver's DeMarcus Ware. With the 30th pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Hassan Reddick, linebacker from Temple. The Steelers need a middle linebacker and a pass rusher. Reddick can do both. Reddick is a bit of an enigma to some teams, but he'll fit in perfectly in Pittsburgh. With the 31st pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons, aka the Super Bowl runner-up, select Carl Lawson, defensive end out of Auburn. Vic Beasley isn't going to repeat his 2016 season in 2017, so the Falcons will need another tread of edge. Lawson didn't get a ton of playing time at Auburn because of injuries, but he is a 4-3 defensive end with a ton of upside and surprising amount of passing rush polish. With the 32nd pick of the 2017 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots, which are your defending Super Bowl champs, select Jabril Peppers, linebacker safety out of Michigan. The Patriots are likely to move this pick because that's what the Patriots do, but if they stick, Peppers is the player that will catch their eyes as someone who can be developed all over the field and really help against the run while being an asset in the passing game. He just needs a great coach. The Patriots have a few of those.